team. My name is Dax. I'm the category manager for Sterling Vikrell. Today we're going to walk through an installation of a Sterling Vikrell bath shower. That's a lot of words. Let me just take a step back. So Sterling is a brand within the Kohler company portfolio. We're really focused on the pro and developing commercial grade solutions. Everything in our portfolio within Sterling is designed to be easy to install, built to last, and backed by Kohler. We can jump into it. So Vikrell is a proprietary material to Kohler Company. It is a compression molded solution. It is made of resin, which is the glue that binds all the materials together. It's made of fiberglass that gives it that strength, so it's a true finish fixture, but a majority of it is actually crushed stone. And so we actually compression mold those materials together. We heat it up to 350 degrees. Then we melt all those materials with over 1,800 tons of force. And as it starts to cure and harden, that's where Vikrell is actually born. And in my humble opinion, I believe it's the most durable material within the bathing and showering space. It's color molded throughout, so there's no layers to chip, crack, peel. There's no finish on the surface. It's just naturally high gloss. And it's because it has stone in it, it's actually a manufactured stone-like property. So it's non-porous, meaning it's scratch resistant, stain resistant. So once it's installed for that homeowner, you can go to town. You have crayons, red hair dye, purple primer. Vikrell baths and shower pans are actually designed to be installed direct to the subfloor itself. So we provide a felt pad that you're going to lay flat on that subfloor. You're going to make sure it comes into contact with all of the molded in feet on the bottom of the baths. And then you can just staple or tape it just to make sure it stays in place as you're putting in the bath itself.
This is so it doesn't make sounds. It doesn't squeak or anything like that, right?
Yep,
because there's some resin in the subfloor. There's some resin in the tub.
Whoa, man, you're gonna take my job. Watch out here.
Oh.
So the fun fact is that subfloors are resin rich. Our product is also resin rich, and when those two come into contact or squeak, have any kind of movement, it can create a little bit of a noise. That's why we provide that felt pad as a noise isolation barrier. We're gonna show you guys how to make sure when you install this tub, it does not move. We can guarantee it's not gonna shift or move. But at the same time, we just have that added layer of protection just to make sure.
That is so stiff. I mean, I used to be a 175. I'm not anymore. And there was no give on there when I leaned on that.
Okay, so now we're going to lift and position the tub into the alcove.
And we framed this at 60 and 1/8. So
Perfect.
We gave you that 1/8 inch.
Ideal.
Just over
Ideal
60.
situation, right? Once the tub is installed, you're going to then, if you have access to the sides, you're going to make sure that each of those feet are in contact with the felt pad and the flooring. If not, and you're not placing it in mortar, you can just shim the feet with a wood shim. And then at this point, the team is going to level the tub. They're going to go front to back, side to side, make sure that little bubble is between those lines, and make sure it's lined up. Everything's level. And then at this point, what we offer, and this was what differentiates our Vikrell bathing and showering products, is we offer 4 to 5 of these metal J-clips. So these J-clips, the intent of this is to anchor that tub once it's level into the stud pocket so there's no movement. So this is actually designed to slide between the tub and the wood shims. That little J-hook is actually going to lift and suspend that tub, and then you're going to anchor it in running a 1 to 1.25 inch truss head screw right through the stud, and that's going to completely anchor it.
So I just wanted so everyone can see on the screen there, you can see that tab has been hammered down over that top flange, and then below it, you can see that there's this J-hook that's really holding the tub up. And this is, I thought, was interesting because you commented the other day how at no point is the tub actually in contact with the wood framing. There's either a metal clip or a plastic clip that's holding the tub, in this case, both in suspension and locking it down with the plastic clips so that it's never rubbing against the wood.
Yep, correct. So we're going to provide 4 or 5 of these metal clips. You're going to do 2 of the metal clips in the front, 2 in the back to isolate that tub. And then every stud that you're not touching with that metal J-hook clip, we provide these plastic isolation clips. To your point, not allowing any contact with that tile flange of that bathtub to that wood stud framing.
I want folks to be able to see it. There's that. You can see the profile of that clip. That's the edge that comes down over the tub. And then that's the little bit that gets fastened into the stud.
Good. So, guys, I think the tub is level. It's now anchored. This is not going anywhere. Do you want to jump in here and do your little Bad Bunny dance? I saw it yesterday.
My Bad Bunny dance.
Pretty amazing. Do we have a camera on him?
I don't have a... This looks pretty comfy, though. I wouldn't mind just, like, chilling out here.
And this is our new form tub. So it's got a modern minimalist design and a rectangular bathing well. But you'll notice there's that lumber support behind you. So it really is a very comfortable soaking tub experience. Okay, so now we're going to actually install our Medley Smooth 6032 wall set. You'll notice we actually mowed in shelving, ample storage for all the family members. There's actually ribs on the back side of it to also ensure there's no flex or give when you're pushing on the walls. And we're just going to insert this on the back panel of the wall. There's actually, just show the bottom of it real quick. This is that tab and slot. So we actually mowed in positive tabs on the wall sets, and then on the baths themselves, there's actually slots strategically located that either get covered up with tile, or this is the receiving end of where the walls get installed. So again, the wall set sits on our bases the same way every single installation. Very simple, easy, error-proof, like Legos. Our units can actually be unpacked at the garage. One person can maneuver through an existing doorway, hallway, walk up to that second story, snap it in and go. Very simple, easy, and again, quick installation.
And they're able to just walk and set that panel and step away.
That's all we need to do with the back wall at this point. We don't need to set it into the stud framing, and then we're going to actually walk through the in walls right now. And there's a couple features I just want to show on the in wall. The first one is that we actually, to your point of that water containment, we actually have a factory installed black gasket. It's called a dry block seal. Its benefit too is to make sure that any moisture that builds up on that horizontal threshold of that tub, it hits that positive reinforcement and redirects that moisture back into the basin.
Tell me about, I see these like two rectangles, and then I see this thing that says valve center.
Right, so age in place, ADA is very important. So many of our walls are ADA compliant. These walls are age in place compliant. So in essence, if you can order factory installed backers, 1x6 wood blocking on our walls so that you can put grab bars on at a later date, or if you need to call an audible on the job site and actually add the backers yourself, we've moded in the locations of where those backers could go. So if you have a traverse bath shower, for example, you will still meet that ADA adaptability Title 24 requirement. And then the other thing that we've moded on the back, which I think is really cool, we've moded in a center valve line. So our goal is to ensure that your mixer valve and your tub spout is always going to be fully aligned with that overflow and that drain every single time. So there's no more guessing from left to right. You're simply going to drill a hole right through that center valve line, turn it over, run a hole saw through it, and you're going to get a consistent level overflow and mixer valve every single time. So it's quick and easy. All you're going to have to do is measure the height of that mixer valve. Awesome. So once you've run that hole through, all you're going to do is install the in walls. Very simply, lift them up about 2 inches above the back wall. Ensure that they engage with the interlocking joints between the back wall and the in wall. Softly slide them down. And then you've engaged the dry block seal, and it's now perfectly installed. You can make sure that the tab and slot is properly lined up. The in walls and the bath should be fully flush, and then there should be no more than 1/32 of a gap between the in walls and the back wall. And the quickest, easiest way to do this is simply just to use a credit card. It should be no more than 1 credit card in thickness. A quick, just making sure that first 6 inches is no more than that 1/32.
And now that we've got one screw in place,
perfect.
I can't fit my credit card.
That's perfect. And now you're going to ensure that the whole unit is going to be
now in the back,
superior water
one
containment.
Credit card as well, or is it different?
All other seams other than that first 6 inches in that front can be up to 3/32 of an inch, or no more than, let's say, 3 credit cards at max.
Credit cards.
So they're going to run a screw through the in walls both vertically and horizontally, and then when you get to that back wall, you're going to hold a second and just make sure that the seams between the in wall and the back wall are less than 3/32 of an inch. If you need to, you can run a wood shim up there if the stud pocket is not plumb, and then you can just finish off drilling the remaining of the holes and the screws, anchoring it to the stud framing. A fully caulk-free, no adhesive, there's no glue required. We mowed in a water containment system within the vertical and horizontal seams to redirect any moisture that sprays in them. It's a watertight seal. We redirect that moisture back into the basin. So no caulk, no seams, no glue of any kind. Simple, easy, error-proof installation with Sterling Vikrell.
Using physics to keep it dry.
That's right.
I love it.
Smart engineering and technology, yeah.
Yeah. So I've got a durable product that tradespeople can work around it. They might even drop their hammer in the tub.
That's right.
And I'm probably okay.
It's 100% okay. Feel confident that you can drop your hammer into Vikrell because it's a durable sheet molded compound. It has no layers to chip, crack, or peel. It is the most durable material within the bathing space, in my humble opinion. Go for it.
Wow.
Nice.